Hi everyone, welcome to another episode of Rita's Book Club. On this episode, I'm reviewing Audrey Steers the Pot by Alexis Hall. This is the third book of the Winner Bakes All series, and I've been so excited to read this last one and finish the series. I really like the whole concept of the reality TV show, and Jennifer always seemed like a very curious character to me, so I wanted to know more about her. Audrey Lane is perfectly fine, really. So what if she left her high-powered job as a very important journalist and her very higher-powered long-term girlfriend to live a quiet life as a reporter for the second biggest newspaper in Shropshire? And so what if she keeps hearing the voice of that same higher power long-term now ex-girlfriend in her head night and day, constantly judging just how small Audrey is allowed her life to become? She's fine, she's happy, she's perfectly within her groove. Do not in their groove people get weekday drunk and impulsively apply for the UK's most beloved baking show? Alright, so maybe she's not completely fine, but being on Bake Expectations is opening her world again in ways she never anticipated. First through fellow contestant Doris, whose personal story of career love during World War II captures Audrey's heart, imagination, and journalistic interest with like nothing has in ages. Then through Jennifer Hallett, the most full-tempered and fuller-mouthed producer, woman, and menace Audrey has ever met. Jennifer should be off limits, but her fire lights something unexpected inside of Audrey, making her want to burn back a million times brighter, a million times harder, a million times more herself than she's been in a long time. I started this review by saying that there was always something about Jennifer that drew me in the first two books of the series. I found her extremely annoying, but also deeply funny, a bit unpleasant, but I was so obsessed with her and how she saw the contestants. In a way, she was always able to read them and in a lot of moments help them, so that's probably why I was so curious about her. I love that she stays the same through the whole series. She's brash and rude, very mean in a lot of specific moments with several characters, but I also saw a different side of her with the care and love she shows Audrey. There was a unique feeling there. Audrey, on the other hand, is a people's person. She loved to bake and to make others comfortable. She's honest to a fault and cares deeply about journalism and the story she tells. But there is so much more to her too. I felt like she was a bit insecure about herself and her personality. She needed to be shaken like Jennifer did towards her. It made her wake up a little and see that she was so much more than what her ex-girlfriend led her to believe she was. She just needed to be brave and ask for what she wanted. Also, what I really loved about their relationship was that there weren't big romantic gestures or I love yous exchanged between them. Their relationship was so much more than that, a bit like these two reached an understanding that they were attracted to each other, they liked each other, and they were going to go from there. There was no one else that was able to handle Jennifer and put her in her place like Audrey did, which was truly amazing to read, and to make it work in the long run. I thought that was super fresh from all the romantic comedies I've read in the last few months or even years. Also, the subplot of Doris and Emily was truly so heartwarming. I was obsessed with their story and wanted to know what happened between them, how they fell in love, how they live and how they lived their lives together and without the other. It was truly a beautiful story that needed to be told, and it had so much meaning to the characters, not only Jennifer but also to Audrey. I really liked the conclusion of it and how supportive Doris' family always was. Alanis, another one of the contestants, was also very cute and a great person for Audrey to click with. I really loved their conversations and how she helped guide Alanis in so many ways, but also how she was able to challenge. She herself was able to challenge Audrey. It was a very cute and unlikely friendship. Alexis' books always have that funny side to it with clever dialogue, but I think that in this one it was able to reach a new level, probably due to Jennifer's creative insults towards everybody around her, but I genuinely feel like this time around we were able to see different relationships with the production, presenters, and even judges that really let us see a different side of the show. I think Alexis Hall won't write more books in this series and set in big expectations, since the ending closed it a bit, but I would totally read more about these characters, especially about Jennifer and Audrey as a dynamic and unstoppable duo. I had missed Alexis' writing, so thankfully further material is already out and I will have to buy it soon to finish that series too. As always, you can like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. You can also follow me on Instagram at ritasbookclub for more content. Thanks for joining us next week. Happy readings!